Okay, importing video is one of the fundamental things we do with Final Cut. There's no way to get it into Final Cut without this step. So first of all, you need to get a card reader from me, connect it to your computer, and then insert your card into the card reader slot. You'll see it appear on the desktop. You may sometimes see the photo app open, Apple's Photos. That is just its way of trying to take over. You can take this check mark out of here so it won't happen again on this card, but if you ever erase the card, it will pop up again. Don't eject it because we need it, but we don't want Photos open. So click on Photos or memorize the keyboard shortcut Command Q and close it. Make sure Photos is closed. And now we want to open Final Cut. And Final Cut is not in my dock. I do want it there, however. But the first time I open Final Cut, I look for it with Spotlight. And I just start typing and I don't have to finish, but there it is. I hit Return or Enter. It opens. It will automatically have a default library called Untitled. And everything you have, you're going to save in here. So for example, I want you to name it after you. So click, I wasn't explaining that very well. So here's the library. You can have many libraries, but we're going to work with one this year. You can right click on this and there's no right click and rename. You just click once and move away and then start typing. I just want you to put your name there. You can rename the event. I'll show you where else we can do it, but it always has one event. You have to have an event in there, but it's an empty event. There's nothing in there. So I'm going to go ahead. Yeah, I'll just show you import. We're going to delete this event. We could rename it, but let me show you another option that's going to come up. So import media, we can, since there's nothing in this event, we could click this. I also want to show you that this is the same as coming up to the file menu and clicking import. This keyboard command will be a much simpler way eventually. So I'm going to go ahead and click away, and I'm going to click this button. It gets us to the same place. Here's my memory card. Here are the clips on it. Right now this says import all because I haven't selected any. If I were to click on one, I could choose to import just that selected clip. I could look at these and maybe just import one or two of them. If I held down the Command key, I could select a couple that weren't even together. If I wanted all of them, I could click the first one, go down to the last, hold down the Shift key, then click, and I get them all. Or if I hadn't done anything, I can deselect and I can leave it as import all. I wanted to bring this up. I can add this footage to my existing event, and you saw it over here, it's the current date, or I can create a new event. I'm going to go ahead and call this stand-ups. And let's see, I'm going to click import. I should get one more window. Oh, never mind. It's importing. You can't, it's going really fast, but you'll see these little circles will fill up. Takes a while, the circles are still going. Now right here, if you click this, oh yeah, that's the percentage. It was real fast. So it's done importing. Make sure with a really long, if you have a lot of footage on your card, you may think you've imported it. Wait until you see this message. Click eject. And one way to make sure, I always like to make sure my card is completely ejected, so I will quit Final Cut. There is no save, you don't need to worry about that. I'll quit Final Cut and make sure the card is off the desktop. If the card were still there, I would right click on it and choose eject. Okay? Then pull the card out, put it off to the side, and go back to Final Cut. Oh, I didn't keep it in the dock. So let me show you how to keep it in the dock. Once it shows up in the dock down here, just drag it somewhere else. And now it will be there every time you want it. I'm going to make these icons a little bit smaller, and I'm going to import some more footage. I'm going to close this to give me some more room, and I'm going to put in another memory card, and you'll see maybe Photos will open up again. All right. So here's another memory card. Photos didn't open up by chance, so we got lucky. I'm going to look at them. Okay, yeah, that's the footage we want. I want to import all of them. So if I command click this one, nothing is selected. That means it wants to import all. I want to import all of them into the same event because they are still stand-ups. And I click import all. Now watch this. I didn't catch it before. You'll see all these circles showing they're being imported. Click on my heads up display. You can see that it's importing. It's on number 3 out of 10. You need to wait till this is done before you remove your card. You could damage, ruin, lose the footage you have, and may hate yourself. When that gets to 100%, I'm going to get a message up here that says the import's been completed. Eject the card. Make sure it's gone before you pull it out of the card slot. I always like to either quit Final Cut, or I can come click on the Finder and look and see. I don't see that card on the side anymore, so I'm good to go ahead and pull it out. All right, then I can come back to Final Cut just by clicking, and I'm ready to edit.